Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of stealth and waste. They call me Murdoch, a sensational bass player with Gorillaz. And right now, you're peeking at the essential Gorillaz, an Access Some Areas tour of the most animated band in the world. Now, please allow me to introduce two chaps, who have health and taste.
You can't go to school and learn how to break a cartoon band.
Roadies! Oh man, they don't half get up themselves.
It'd almost be a funny idea to bring them back sort of in 30 years' time as old, fat pop stars.
While these chaps roll up the story of Gorillaz and present it to you on a silver-plated platter, I should be, soaking up the minibar in room 23.
Basically, we had a bachelor pad for a year. We held many a good party.
Yeah.
And from the chaos, the idea for Gorillaz was born. From the debris.
Yes, we definitely stared into the abyss on several nights when we were sharing that house together.
We were watching MTV and sort of cussing all the bands.
It did actually happen on our couch in our flat, watching MTV and going, surely, Lord, this isn't the only future. It creates these kind of sort of crazy lifestyle, aspirational sort of complexes in people's brains.
Do you understand what I'm on about? I haven't got a Scooby, mate.
It wasn't quite that kind of sort of pedantic, the conversation. It was more like,
that's rubbish.
Yeah.
Who does he think he is?
Yeah.
That video's crap.
One of the few times where those late night conversations actually came to some fruition. We started because we wanted to do something that would be better for MTV, because we just felt that what people were producing, the output was not, in our mind, as kind of sort of intelligent. It wasn't using the potential.
All pop videos should be brilliant. It's not hard to do, and yet there's so many of them are rubbish. Every 6 videos is a great video, and it's like fantastic. And when it works, it really works.
Oh! And my controller's broken.
Well, you always say that.
He's put a lot of work into the characters' backgrounds and stories. There are things that we've done, that our friends have done, that have ended up being things the characters have done.
This is the payoff.
In a nutshell, 2D's singer, who used to work in an organ shop in Crawley, and Murdoch's the bass player, and he used to be a terrible cad.
Listen, when do I get out of here? Not for a long time, my friend.
Who round-raided the organ shop and crashed his car into 2D's face, giving him an 8-ball fracture in his eyeball and putting him into a coma. And part of his community service was that he had to look after 2D in a coma. And so we took him out racing in his car, had a car crash, 2D went through the windscreen, got another 8-ball fracture, emerged from his coma, a genius musician. No matter how badly behaved or outrageous they are, they're quite lovable.
They don't sort of harm you, You know what I mean?
Well, depends what cartoons you're watching.
Why don't you jump in next to me and come and feel the quality of these sheets? Real Egyptian silk.
There you go.
We knew nothing about Noodle's first album. She arrived in a FedEx crate. She didn't speak English, and so there was nothing to know about her.
Get out!
And then the second album, she sort of became an important character. Russell is from New York. He was possessed by his dead pal, Del, the funky Homo sapien. He wasn't really possessed by Del, the funky Homo sapien.
Who is alive.
Who's actually alive. But anyway, that was how we got the rap into it to start with, which was kind of...
I think that's actually was a key moment, because once we started thinking like that, then the idea of, God, we can work with whoever we like sort of evolved.
See, I used to go to college with a girl called Jane, who then went on to another college and met Graham and
The
Dave
guitarist from...
and Alex. Went out with Graham.
Sorry.
Went out with Graham. I met Graham through her because we stayed friends. Then I met Damon through Graham.
And
then she finished with Graham and then started seeing me. And I married her. She's the mother of my 2 children. So that's how we met.
Yeah, to be totally honest with you, part of the reason why probably Graham and I don't have a great relationship at the moment is because I'm mates with him as well, you know. It's all a bit very candid here. Basically, both of us have got so much on each other that it's impossible, really.
I can sing you and you can sing me. So, you know.
It's a healthy
we can't afford to fall out for real.
Really can't.
Coming up, it's there.
Okay, my little winkle pickers, that's your lot for part 1. Here's a taster of part 2.
For the whole performance, we were literally just holding our breath because anything could go wrong.
Stick around for some more of the good stuff. Oh yeah, still coming up.
Coming up, it's there. Coming up, it's there.
Welcome back, my fillies. I knew you'd be thirsty for more. If you just joined the bandwagon, then you missed this joyous nugget.
It did actually happen on our couch in our flat, watching MTV.
But never fear. Keep staring into my glorious abyss and enjoy some of this action.
In about 10 years' time, they'll be able to do good as the way we've always really wanted to do it, but the technology doesn't exist.
I'll leave the chit-chat to the boys. You know. I let the music speak for me. Yes, indeed, I do.
It's there.
We went to the record company with like 4 drawings and 4 rough demos and said, we want to do this.
Yeah. The truth of it was that I made a deal with them. They said, we want to put a greatest hits record out. And I said, well, I'll let you do that if you sign this idea that Jamie and myself have had. And that was the deal. It's the first time it's ever been done, so there isn't a blueprint, there isn't a kind of, you can't go to a school and learn how to break a cartoon band.
I hate making videos.
That could be worse.
Really?
That's supposed to be lucky, you know.
We've managed to devise a system where we don't actually discuss anything. And we can actually do an entire Gorillaz album without seeing each other once. Yeah. He sends the tunes over in their rawest state, and I just listen to them continuously and sort of draw with that. It's a good way of drawing with music playing loud in the background.
This is where, like, the magic happens, you know.
The last 2 albums, I've kind of done about half of it just on my own in my studio. I don't like working with producers right from the beginning of anything. I like taking it to a certain place and then, you know, I really enjoy the sort of interaction when someone goes, well, that's good, that's not so good, that, you know, I like.
Laughing gas, these hazmats, fast cat, lining them up like ass crack. Play these ponies at the track, it's my chocolate attack.
I don't think actually initially that the idea was to work with other people.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage.
The first record we worked with Del Funky Homo Sapien, we worked with Tina Weymouth and Chris France, and then this album's just full of people really. Ike Turner, Dennis Hopper.
This music is a reflection of the society they live in, yet it's not over preaching. It's there if you want to find it.
De La Soul.
You gotta love Murdoch, man. He's the ultimate rock star of the crew.
I like Russell. He's always on the phone taking care of it.
I've always preferred a tribe called Quest, anyway.
Far Side, Roots Maneuver, Nana Cherry.
An amazing thing to be part of, but it's also quite a funny puzzle.
Nana, I know she loves me. She probably doesn't even know it, but I know she does.
Shawn Ryder.
That
can't really explain it. It's sort of like just being part of something sort of special with all those great people.
You know, we just work with people that are like-minded.
And the whole thing's been like a kind of a rock and roll kaleidoscope, you know.
We've sold a lot of records. Between the two albums, you know, it's closer to 15 million than it is 10.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn. Somebody owes me some money.
If you keep doing this, man, I'm gonna be jumping you next time you asleep. And I don't think neither of us gonna make it. You dig?
I think with the first album we had to push them quite a lot. I mean, we had this stupid idea that we would keep our involvement quiet. No one would know, which was stupid. And I think the first interview we ever did on the phone, we tried to be the characters, didn't we? It all fell to pieces. And we had a massive row.
Yeah, huge row.
I was trying to be 2D and he was trying to be Murdoch. And halfway through he was like, said to the guy, look, mate, I can't do this. It's Damon, right? And I was like, what are you doing? We had a big old row, but it was the right thing to do. No one knows about that, actually. We do now.
Hey, face ache!
It's just about having good ideas. I mean, a lot of the stuff we do on the website, we do really cheaply and really lo-fi. And we've got some really crappy bits of stupid animation that we've done ourselves. But it works because the ideas are funny. So we just, you know, we had to find a way of not convincing people, because obviously, you know, they're not real. But convincing people that, you know, to buy into the characters. In the same way you buy into The Simpsons. They're not real, but I believe they're real.
Gorillaz!
Best group, and we don't even exist.
Back in the day. You know what they say? If you can remember the gig, then you weren't really there. I think that's what they say. Plugged and unplugged, live and in the raw. Yeah, that's what we're all about. So we turned the knob to 11 at the MTV Europe Music Awards and gave good show in front of the entire world, really.
Really old techniques, there's smoke and mirrors, and it's just about firing pictures at slanted invisible screens and bouncing them back down. That's all quite technical. There was such a long list of things that could go wrong. For the whole performance, we were literally just holding our breath. And if it went wrong, it would be a spectacular mistake, live on TV.
For us, it was interesting as an experiment. You know, it did look good. What we did at the Grammys was, I suppose, was another kind of sort of taster for everyone of what will come. Where we had, what was her name? Madonna. We had Madonna on, sort of as a hologram, like the characters on the same stage. One of the technical things about how we create these holograms is that
music can't be too loud.
Music can't be too loud.
The screen vibrate.
It makes them vibrate and they start shaking. So we open the Grammys, but the music's really quiet. And then as soon as it transfers to Madonna's music, it's like... and it makes her look like she's like... And it's like... And we're just sitting there going...
We'd taken Dennis Hopper to watch it and he was...
We've been right off purely because of the volume, you know. It's about volume sometimes.
It's there.
To those about to rock, I salute you. To those of you about to watch the next part of the Essential Gorillaz, allow me to prick your memory of what's been.
We've managed to devise a system where we don't actually discuss anything. And we can actually do an entire Gorillaz album without seeing each other once.
And a glance into my shiny balls tells me that you'll soon be getting a shot of this.
We don't think we're going to make another album at all.
Coming up.
It's there.
I can't talk now. I'm naked.
Coming out. It's there.
Oh, good gravy. Are we back on? Oh, next time I'll just go in the sink. Now, we've had a good innings so far, so, let's not screw things up in the dying moments, eh?
If we go too far with it now, we'll spoil it, and then we won't be able to come back if we want to.
Relax, pull up a pew, and let's see what else Gorillaz can bring to the party. If I know these two, the answer to that is a litre of cider and 3 mute goths. Brilliant.
Are we the last living souls? 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 We did it as part of the Manchester International Festival at the Opera House, and I think everyone on the last night felt like this can't possibly be the only time we ever do this. And a week later, we thought, well, let's do it in New York next time. We play Demon Days in its entirety from beginning to end, exactly as it is on the album. With the exception of MF Doom, we've got everybody who's on the album.
It's like a British invasion, you know what I'm saying? A British invasion taking over Harlem. Well, I think it's incredible that a group like that does go and take something to the hood, because it opens a mind.
Roots Manoeuvre is just a very positive side of black British culture, and really articulate and intelligent.
Chemical compound, bound to blow the brain out. I didn't realize the magnitude of it until I woke up with a headache yesterday.
Martina, amazing voice.
Close your eyes and see when there ain't no light. All you'll ever be. Come and save the night to me.
The world famous Apollo, known for legendary black music for the most part, and it's still a packed house with a wide audience of people from different ethnicities coming together in a legendary place like the Apollo Theater.
I've never sang a song. I've never, ever even thought about it. So I'm a little nervous about a live performance. I'm going to tell you the truth.
It's great because each song, they come on, they do their bit, they go off. It has a good vibe about it because it's not about any one individual artist, and it's not about any one person, it's about everyone, and that includes the audience.
My future is coming on, it's coming on, it's coming on.
We don't think we're going to make another album.
Not in the same way we've just done. No. It would maybe manifest itself in a different form.
Music and moving picture will always be married together, and it's just it's about trying to find new and exciting and intelligent ways to do that basic thing. Coming back with Demon Days and it being such a success in so many ways, after 4 years gap, shows that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't age. It's not. Cartoons don't age. They evolve, but they don't age.
It'd almost be a funny idea to bring them back sort of in 30 years' time as old, fat pop stars trying to convince you they've still got that magic, and him purposely do a rubbish album to go with it. But it would work because they're cartoon cats. In about 10 years' time, they'll be able to do Gorillaz the way we've always really wanted to do it, but the technology doesn't exist. So, 10 years' time, they'll be sitting there and there.
We've had enough of it for the moment. We want to do something else. It's not about world domination.
If we go too far with it now, we'll spoil it, and then we won't be able to come back if we want to in 4 years or 2 years or,
It's not a career, it's just an idea which came about sitting on a couch watching MTV.
MTV, right? Murdoch Television. Well, thanks for listening to those fellas, but I've got ladies waiting in my wagon right now, looking to study some of the old Murdoch finger-picking techniques and a little slap bass. Right, that's your lot, on your way. Oh, ladies, that's right. This class is all about the G-string. Move your finger up. Oh, yeah, now pluck it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, here we go. Oh, the credits roll. And the executive producer, Richard Godfrey! Oh, yes. Jez Breeding. I wonder if he has. Oh, the assistant producer, William Vokes Dudgeon. You try saying that, huh? Come on. And the editor, Paul Bussey. Should be Paul Busy, really, shouldn't it? The wonderful producer, stroke director, Mal Wharton. Now that is what I call a shiny metal war dog.